भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयम् उदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। हरे कृष्णा। टुडे वी कंटिन्यू Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto First, Chapter 16. How Parikshit received the age of Kali, Shloka number 9 and 10. Mandasya mand prajnasya
मंदस्य मंद प्रज्ञस्य
vayoho mand ayusha cha vai
वयः मंदायुष च वै
nidraya hriyate naktam
निद्रया ह्रियते नक्तम्
diva cha vyartha karma bhi
दीवाच व्यर्थकर्मभिः।
Suta uvacha
सूत उवाच
yada parikshit kurujangale avasat
यदा परीक्षित कुरुजांगले अवसत्
kalim pravishtam nija chakravartite
कलिं प्रविष्ट निज चक्रवर्तिते
निशम्य वार्ताम अनति प्रियाम ततः
निशम्य वार्ता मन अतिप्रियां ततः
शरासनम संयुग शौंडी आदते
शरासनं संयुग शौण्डिदी आददे
मंदस्य मंद प्रज्ञस्य
मंदस्य मंद प्रज्ञस्य
वयः मंद आयुष च वै
वयः मंदायुष च वै
निद्रया ह्रियते नक्तम्
निद्रया ह्रियते नक्तम्
दीवा च वर्त कर्मभिः
दीवाच व्यर्थकर्मभिः।
सूतः उवाच
सूत उवाच
यदा परीक्षित कुरुजांगले अवसत्
यदा परीक्षित कुरुजांगले अवसत्
कलिं प्रविष्ट निज चक्रवर्तीते
कलिं प्रविष्टं निज चक्रवर्तिते
निशम्य वार्ताम अनति प्रियाम ततः
निशम्य वार्ता मन अतिप्रियां ततः
शरासनम संयुग शौंडी आदते
शरासनं संयुग शौण्डी आददे
मंदस्य मंद प्रज्ञस्य वयः मंदायुश्च च वै निद्रया ह्रियते नक्तं दिवा च व्यर्थ कर्मभिः सूतः उवाच यदा परीक्षित कुरुजांगले वसत् कलिं प्रविष्ट निज चक्रवर्तीते निशम्य वार्ताम् अनति प्रियां ततः शरासनं संयुग शौंडी आदते
मंदस्य मंद प्रज्ञस्य वयः मंदायुषः च वै निद्रया ह्रियते नक्तं दीवा च व्यर्थकर्मभिः। सूत उवाच यदा परीक्षित कुरुजांगले अवसत् कलिं प्रविष्टं निज चक्रवर्तिते निशम्य वार्ता मनतिप्रियां ततः शरासनं संयुगशौण्ड्या ददे।
Translation and purport by the Srila Prabhupada, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Lazy human beings with paltry intelligence and a short duration of life pass the night sleeping and the day performing activities that are for naught. Sutta Goswami said, while Mahārāja Parīkṣit was residing in the capital of the Kuru Empire, the symptoms of the age of Kali began to infiltrate within the jurisdiction of his state. When he learned about this, he did not think the matter very palatable. This did, however, give him a chance to fight. He took up his bow and arrows and prepared himself for military activities. Purport by the Srila Prabhupada. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The less intelligent do not know the real value of the human form of life. The human form is a special gift of material nature in the course of her enforcing stringent laws of miseries upon the living being. It is a chance to achieve the highest boon of life, namely to get out of the entanglement of repeated birth and death. The intelligent take care of this important gift by strenuously endeavoring to get out of the entanglement. But the less intelligent are lazy and unable to evaluate gift of human body to achieve liberation from material bondage. They become more interested in so-called economic development, work very hard throughout life simply for sense enjoyment of temporary body. Sense enjoyment is also allowed to lower animals by law of nature, and thus a human being is also destined to a certain amount of sense enjoyment according to his past or present life. But one should definitely try to understand that sense enjoyment is not ultimate goal of human life. Here it is said that during the daytime one works for nothing because the aim is nothing but sense enjoyment. We can particularly observe how the human being is engaged for nothing in the great cities and industrial towns. There are so many things manufactured by human energy, but they are all meant for sense enjoyment and not for getting out of material bondage. And after working hard during the daytime, a tired man either sleeps or engages in sex habits at night. That is the program of materialistic man, civilized life of for the less intelligent. Therefore, they are designated herein as lazy, unfortunate, and short-lived. The state administration of Maharaj Parīkṣit was so perfect that he was sitting in his capital peacefully. But he got news that symptoms of the age of Kali had already infiltrated into the jurisdiction of his state, and he did not like this news. What are the symptoms of age of Kali? They are: one, illicit connection with women; second, indulgence in meat eating; third, intoxication; and fourth, taking pleasure in gambling. The age of Kali literally means the age of quarrel, and the above mentioned four symptoms in human society are the root causes for all kinds of quarrel. Maharaj Parikshit heard that some of the people of the state had already taken to those symptoms, and he wanted to take immediate steps against such causes of unrest. This means that at least up to the regime of Maharaj Parikshit, such symptoms of public life were practically unknown, and as soon as they were slightly detected, he wanted to root them out. The news was not palatable for him, but in a way, it was because Maharaj Parikshit got a chance to fight. There was no need to fight with small state because everyone was peacefully under his subordination. But the Kali Yuga miscreants gave him his fighting spirit a chance for exhibition. A perfect Kshatriya king is always jubilant as soon as he gets a chance to fight, just as a sportsman is eager when there is a chance for a sporting match. It is no argument that in the age of Kali, such symptoms are predestined. If so, they then why was there preparation for fighting out such symptoms? Such arguments are offered by lazy, unfortunate men. In rainy season, rain is predestined, and yet people take precaution to protect themselves. Similarly, in the age of Kali, the symptoms as above mentioned are sure to infiltrate into social life, but it is the duty of the state to save the citizen from the association of the agents of age of Kali. Maharaj Parikshit wanted to punish the miscreant indulging in the symptoms of Kali and thus save the innocent citizens who were pure in habit by culture of religion. It is the duty of the king to give such protection, and Maharaj Parikshit was perfectly right when he prepared himself to fight. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवान् च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान सगणललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांच नमो ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात देश तारिणे वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा. In shloka number 9 and 10 describe about the, in 9 shloka they describe about the real value of the human form of life. What is real value? And who uh, is less intelligent, he not able to know that point describe. He spent his most amount of life in sense enjoyment, that describe. And in 10 shloka, Suta Goswami told to heading the Shaunak Rishi of 88,000 rishis in Naimisharanya. They describe about the Parīkṣit Maharaj, where they residing, how they is the perfect king. And here they comparing, they describe about the symptoms of Kali Yuga. There are 4 symptoms that describing here. And they again describe a perfect Kshatriya king, how he is jubilant as soon as get a chance. They comparing that king to the sportsman who is eager to receive the chance for sporting match. Then again ahead they describing about the um, symptoms of Kali Yugas in when rainy season is coming, that we are, that is rainy season predestined. Though everyone is cautious that time, and he preparing according to that. Those points are described in the 2 shlokas. Prabhuji will tell us in detail again nicely. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Mataji. Hopefully, I'm audible to everyone. Hare Krishna. So, here we are in this chapter number 16, where we are seeing that initially the stage has been set where Sud Goswami ji informed that Parikshit Maharaj has been there, he has got married, and then once he was just traveling and he found that Kali Yuga was there. He was a Shudra, but he had taken the attire of a king and he was hurting the legs of cow and bull. And when he stopped at this juncture, Shaunak Rishi, he started inquiring. But then he gave a qualification line that you explain it to us only if it is related to topics of Lord Krishna. Krishna Katha Ashrayam. So he's now explaining why he has said Krishna Katha Ashrayam. So his inquiry was very simple. Why he was punished and not killed. So that was the question. But then he's telling explain only if it is related to Krishna. And then because he has given this condition to a senior person, he has to make it clear why he's giving that condition. So to clarify that, he says that we are trying to be devotees of Krishna, and devotees, they are always accustomed to licking up the honey available at the lotus feet of Krishna. So we definitely do not want to waste our life for any other topic. Secondly, everyone desires freedom from death and wants eternal life. But then the only way for that is calling Yamraji. Because as long as Yamraji is present, where there is Krishna Katha, Krishna Kirtan, there cannot be death. Because he is representative of Lord. And so, actually, as devotees, we only wish to hear the deathless nectar of the transcendental pastimes of Lord. But then he's saying, if I want to do it, he wants to do it because, unfortunately, there are others also who waste the life by working throughout the day for something which is actually zero and spending the life at night also sleeping. So they are all mudhaha, alpa buddhi. So when all these questions were raised, so Goswami was very happy that they have raised the right question and they have given the most perfect condition also, and also explain why that condition is given. So he starts responding to that question now. He gives the background first. How Parīkṣit Maharaj was a very good king. He was residing in his Kuru empire, capital city. And at that time, because Krishna had left, the effects of the age of Kali had started. And he came to know about this, that even in his jurisdiction it has come. He did not like it. But then he also found it interesting because now it enabled him to have a fight, which is his Kshatriya Dharma. So he took up his bow, arrow, and prepared himself for military activities. And that is when that where the episode had stopped, that he saw the uh, bull and the cow being hurt comes. So this is a background. Now in this background, there are two parts. One, what Shaunak Rishi ji is giving, and one, what Sud Goswami ji is explaining. Now Shaunak Rishi is giving us the essence of life. Generally, everyone spends the life throughout every moment working with fear. And the fear which they have is fear of death, fear of failure, and fear of being left behind. So they don't know what is the real value of the human form of life. Ideally, human form is obtained after so many efforts. Bahunam janmanamante. It's a special gift, but it is a gift where still the stringent laws of misery are being enforced. It is a gift where there is an opportunity, a chance, wherein they can get outside this entanglement of birth and death. So those who are intelligent, those who have been able to listen to Krishna Katha, they immediately latch up this opportunity. And they try everything to get out of the material bondage. But those who are not intelligent, they do not understand this. And they become more interested in sabka saath, sabka vikas. So they keep on working hard. $1 million economy, $1 trillion economy, so many dollar economy. But what is the use? They think that with more money, with more material attachments, they'll have better sense enjoyment and they'll get happiness. But then happiness is not possible in material world because this is dukkhalaya. And again, this is temporary. So how can there be happiness? How can there be sense enjoyment? Not at all possible. Even to a certain extent, under the illusion of Maya, whatever sensory enjoyments are happening, those are being done even in the lower forms of species. So law of nature allows it. So human being also, to that extent, can have that illusion of sense enjoyment. But that is as per his past actions, past life. Karmana Daiva Netrenaha. We saw yesterday. Yamraj determines what is to be given when we are going there for the judgment. So if we are getting human life, then we need to understand that this sense enjoyment is not our ultimate goal. So if you are just continuing the work with the objective of achieving certain $1 trillion economy, what do we get? Nothing. Because we'll continue in this cycle of birth, old age, disease, and death. We'll remain entrapped, we'll remain engaged. So Shaunak Rishiji is saying that those who are intelligent, they'll understand the opportunity and encash it. Today, there was certain discussions happening in my office about some cricket match which happened yesterday, and how a certain particular player had got an opportunity to play over another player. So there were two competitors for one position in that team. But then they said everyone was hoping that he should fail and the other person who is mercurial will get the place. But this person, he utilized the opportunity and he ensured that he does not fail. So similarly, if you are getting opportunity, we should not fail. Maya is there hoping that we should fail, but we should do efforts to fail Maya in her hope that we will fail. And that is why we should not be worried about any kind of abhav. Like in Hindi, it is said, abhav se swabhav badalta hai. Because of certain absences, the nature changes. The swabhav nature, not the prakriti nature. But then this shloka is telling, do not allow this. If you are allowing it, then you are a mudhaha. You are less intelligent. That you will work hard in the daytime. You will get yourself tired. You will go home. You will sleep. And you will try to have sensory enjoyment. So materialized, civilized life. But then this is the sign of laziness, unfortunism, and we are wasting the short duration of life that we have. So Sud Goswami ji was very happy with all listening to all this. And so he thought that they have gone to the right extent. Now we need to explain them further. So he starts by explaining how Parīkṣit Maharaj is great, how he was able to administer the Kuru Empire very nicely. And he was so strong that no other king would like to fight against him. So he was living peacefully. No enemies. Now a Kshatriya wants to fight. That is his nature. That is his dharma. So he had not got this opportunity till now. But he developed a perfect administration. So perfect that though he was sitting in his capital, he immediately got the news. Kali has come. Now, the moment he got the news, he didn't like it. Because he knew Kali means trouble, quarrel. So he wanted to disallow his presence in his state. Okay, you are Kali, you're gonna go to any other state, not my state. So indirectly he liked it. Because now his fighting spirit, it obtained a chance for exhibition. And so he thought that now I have a chance, I'll fight with Kali. Now Kali is very, very strong and powerful because this age belongs to him. And its symptoms become immediately visible. So four symptoms Prabhupada ji always highlights. Illicit sexual encounters, indulgence in meat eating, intoxication, and gambling. Because These four are the root causes for quarrels. And Kali means age of quarrel. So Maharaj Parīkṣit, when he came to know that certain people in his kingdom have started taking this up, he felt bad. Till that time, nothing of such was happening. But because of influence of Puli, it happened. And it was like the starting symptoms of the bigger problem to come. And we are witnessing the bigger problem. But we have now witnessed the biggest problem which is going to be in future. And that is why Prabhupada ji says, now, right now, in this life, in this birth only, get out of this material world. That we'll discuss further. And Mataji gave the example of winter season. If there is a rainy season, Prabhupada ji gave the example of winter season. That as soon as we come to know that winter season is approaching, what we do? We remove all our woolens, clean them, and keep them ready. So we take the precautions. So similarly, because these symptoms had come, Parikshit Maharaj wanted to take precautions and ensure that such bad things, quarrels does not happen in his kingdom. But people, they become pramatta. Pramatta means prakrishta rupena mattaha. So, because they had already come under the influence of the material nature, they neglect it. Now, this is something which we find even in our present situation. Prabhupada ji says, where Parikshit Maharaj wanted to stop it, governments today all over the world encourage it. Oh, you become more mad, more mad. The best example is alcoholism. Government says you take alcohol, we'll have a alcohol policy. And they want to earn more tax out of it. And also there's corruption, because of which governments also change many a times, which we have seen recently. But this is all effect of Kali Yuga. 1 rupee pure spirit alcohol at the time of when Prabhupada ji was taking this discussion used to be sold 60 times higher the moment it was labeled as alcohol at 60 rupees. The government earns so much. But that is not the duty of a king. Parikshit Maharaj is exhibiting what is the duty of king, that he should train the residents to fulfill whatever our personal interest through Kṛṣṇa only. Kṛṣṇa says, Namam dushkritano mudaha prapadyante naradamaha. Krishna has assured everyone, surrender unto me, give up all nonsensical engagement. This is your interest. You surrender, not surrender, Krishna has no gain or loss. He has got so many servants and he can create so many living beings. He does not need our service. But if we surrender and render service unto him, it is our benefit, our interest. So the only remedy Bhaktivinoda Thakur ji says is Jiva Krishna Das ye Vishwas koriye to ar dukha naay. So if we accept this principle that I am eternal servant of Krishna, we become immediately saved from the washing away by the waves of Maya. So it is the duty of king, duty of government, duty of father, duty of guru, duty of mother, duty of husband to see that his subordinate is being trained up in Krishna consciousness in this life so that there will be no more death. Namochayadya samupetya mrityum. But people do not know that he is being carried away. Because one is being carried away by the clutches of Maya in the cycle of birth and death. They do not know. So they don't know that there is a solution. And that is where the duty of a devotee lies, that they should be made aware of this solution. Tyaktva deham punarjanma naeti mamiti kaunteya. So we need to follow the instructions of Krishna and ensure that we remember him during our final exams so that we don't have to get back in this material world ever again.